Hi everyone, and welcome to the Literary Gladiators channel. I'm Josh.
I'm Dan.
And today we're going to be talking about what have we been reading as of late. Right now we're filming this in late January of 2024. The video should be up very shortly after we finish filming this. I just thought it would be a good idea to discuss what we've been reading as of late.
Currently, the book I'm on right now, and the reason I'm reading is because the thing is a TV series based on it has come out. I'm reading Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I'm on the first book of The Lightning Thief.
Okay. I've heard a lot of great things about it, and you're just getting into it now?
Well, I read Percy Jackson, way back when the first movies came out. I decided to start reading it again since the new series has come out. The new series is, more accurate to the books, and I'm rereading the books to make sure to see how accurate it is to that. Because I love Greek mythology, and any book based on that I'm going to read.
Okay, and remind me how many books are in the series again?
The first series? Because there's, 3 different sagas that this guy has written. There's Percy Jackson and the Olympians, Heroes of Olympia, and I forget what the third one was called, but basically he's got 3 different sagas. But if you want to know of Percy Jackson and the Olympians themselves, there is currently 6 books and a 7th one that I think is recently released or being written. It's called Wrath of the Triple Goddess.
And you're liking it thus far?
I'm liking it thus far, yeah.
Anything else you've been reading? Well,
I recently finished another book. It was a comic I've been reading. Mm-hmm. I finished the Walking Dead series finally, so I figured out how that all ended.
And how are you doing with the Alphabet Roundtable read?
I'm going to read Zorro.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest with you. The letter you picked for me is Z. Very difficult to find a book that starts with that letter.
These were picked randomly, so it wasn't like I had anything against you.
You had to pick Z of all things?
All 26 letters were up for grabs.
I feel like I should have rolled or something like that.
You wanted to say something else before I asked you before about Percy Jackson?
What series did you mean? But then I kind of explained the things that there's 3 different sagas to choose from of his stories. But yeah, Percy Jackson and the Olympians, there are currently 6 or 7 stories, I believe. Mm-hmm. I'm currently on the first one, so I do have a ways to go to get to the rest of them.
I need to be a bit more diligent when it comes to series, because I still need to read past the first book of Red Queen and past the second book of Series of Unfortunate Events. I plan to get there because I am interested enough. Even though with the Series of Unfortunate Events, I have a feeling that I'm going to become a little bit agitated by the misery mongering that they engaged in. I mean, it's the nature of the series, but when you have pointless ways of making these people miserable, it's almost as if it's a degree of bullying.
I think it's supposed to be it's basically done in tongue-in-cheek, kind of a joke kind of way, which I guess works. I was able to read the entire Chronicles of Narnia from the Magician's Nephew to the Last Battle. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to revisit
which I think is all 7 books. I will be honest, though, I did not read them in chronological order, because I started with The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. I did read all 7 books.
You read them in publishing order, then?
In school, the thing is, they started us off with The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Okay.
I decided to continue reading on from there. I did not read them in publishing order, either. I read them in whatever order I could find the book.
Okay. I guess that's understandable.
Yeah, because I read Magician's Nephew second, and then I read A Horse and His Boy, and then I read the thing with Prince Caspian, the Silver Chair, and Voyage of the Dawn Treader, and all that stuff.
You read the Silver Chair first, or you read the Voyage of the Dawn Treader first?
Oh, no, I read Prince Caspian's story in order, Prince Caspian, Voyage of the Dawn Treader, and the Silver Chair.
Okay, so you practically, aside from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, read it in chronological order.
Mostly, yeah.
Okay, and you read The Last Battle last.
I read The Last Battle last, but I kind of did chronological order, because I did read Horse and His Boy third, which is kind of I guess the 4th book, or something like that. I don't really know when that was.
It's the 3rd book in chronological order, and the 5th book to be published.
Okay, well, I read that one third, and then I guess I read them in chronological order after that.
Yes, you practically, the only thing is you read The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe first, which it was the first one published, it was the second one chronologically. However, if you look at it a certain way, when it comes to presenting information, you could argue that it is meant to be read first, because it introduces you to some core characters. The Magician's Nephew, the events took place first. It was a prequel to how Narnia came to be. Yeah. It was also the last one that C.S. Lewis wrote. It wasn't the last one he published, but it was the last one he wrote. However, he doesn't care what order you read his works in. He doesn't really see himself to that high pedestal. He very much was more concerned about people being able to understand his messages that he was trying to display and demonstrate with
Christianity.
With his Christianity.
It was an allegory for basically Christianity. The Lion is Jesus.
I have the signature classics of C.S. Lewis. Mere Christianity, The Screwtape Letters, Miracles, The Great Divorce, The Problem of Pain, A Grief Observed, The Abolition of Man, The Four Loves, and the C.S. Lewis Journal. I think Larry will eat this up with a spoon. Of course, I have the box set of The Chronicles of Narnia. I've had this for a long time.
I like this picture from the last battle right here, because the idea of a unicorn using its horn to stab someone is very interesting to me. I've never thought of that, but that they do have a natural weapon right there.
They are mythological, so how things go sometimes.
If I had a horn in my head, I'd probably use that.
I hope you don't get into trouble doing so.
I haven't been in trouble for years.
I've been reading, as of late, my book that I'm choosing for the Alphabet Roundtable read, and that is No Country for Old Men by Cormac McCarthy. I got N. I read The Road by Cormac McCarthy 8 years ago. I wanted to give him another chance, especially with the enthusiasm that they have for him in the YouTube community. I thought The Road was okay, maybe pretty good. I'm seeing a lot of the same trends. Cormac McCarthy does not use quotations. You just have to make the projection that somebody is saying something when they are saying something.
Wouldn't it be like blah blah she said or something like that? Wouldn't it be like that?
He'll sometimes make mention to that, but sometimes you have to use contextual clues. Sometimes you'll have in a sentence where you have just this one line of a quotation. He does that, only he doesn't use the quotations. Quotations are easier it makes it easier for the reader. I think that it's just almost a standard, and Cormac McCarthy doesn't abide by it. I'd be interested to do research as to why. I read this book at the very first silent book club that I attended a few days ago, and I really enjoyed going. I'm naturally an introvert. I didn't really interact with as many people. I had a few interactions, and I think that the more I go to these, I think that I'll warm up more and interact more. What happens is you go to a meeting place. In this case, we went to Little Point Bookshop in Point Pleasant Beach, or I did. There were about 20 other people. The first half hour, you settle in, get yourself a drink if they have a cafe there. This place does. And then you spend an hour silently reading. The last half hour, you can do the same. You can interact with people. Sometimes you can just keep reading. Sometimes you can go home. I think it's a fun thing. It's a great way to be able to interact with other readers and make yourself comfortable at your own pace. You read whatever you want. You just bring whatever book you want, and I chose to bring No Country for Old Men, which I'm liking it better than The Road thus far, but we'll see how things go as the story progresses.
I had no idea things that the movie was based off a book.
It was based off a book. I think it won the Academy Award for Best Picture in 2007.
Back when award shows were actually good.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And then I finished my Newbery Medal nominees, or potential nominees. I finished Simon Sorta Says by Aaron Bow. Out of the 5 books that I read, I'm going to be reviewing 3 of them soon, or some of them may already be up by the time this comes out. Simon Sorta Says is the only one that got onto that list, and it was a nominee. A medalist was something I didn't even read. Next, after I finish reading No Country for Old Men, I'm planning to start reading material for the 15th season of our channel.
Like, besides the reading material for the channel, I do plan on continuing with the rest of the Percy Jackson series. Whether I plan on going to the other series that the guy has written that are in the Percy Jackson universe, that remains to be seen.
Okay.
Yeah.
You plan to review these books as well?
You know, once I'm done with them, maybe.
Would you guys like to see some reviews from Dan of the Percy Jackson series?
I'm not going to do each individual book. I don't have time for that.
That's up to you, Dan. You can do it any which way you want to do it.
I do the whole series. It's probably just easier for me to just do a series review.
Okay, because you did the Divine Comedy as a whole, you did the Hyborian Age as a whole, and they've gotten good response. Once Upon a Time as a whole.
Yeah, actually I have an idea for
Witcher series too.
I did The Last Ronin of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
I do have the sequel book to that. Once I read that, I might do a review on that.
Okay.
So that's something to look forward to if people are into the Ninja Turtles or anything like that.
Okay. Be sure to keep an eye out for that. Dan's got a lot of good videos in store for our 10th year on our channel. Was there anything else you wanted to say that was on your mind, or you feel that would be relevant to what we've been reading?
No, I'm pretty good for all that.
Alrighty then. I want to thank you for tuning into this video. We have a lot more videos in store. We'll definitely let you know about our reading as time goes by. And in early March, we have be reviews and discussions, and there may even be a reading vlog as far as the Alphabet Roundtable read is concerned. We have a great group of people that will be taking part. Be sure to keep an eye out on Saturday, March 9th. Throughout the day, we will be releasing those videos from A to Z. As we're filming this, there are still open slots if you're interested in taking part. Just let me know. For now, and as always, we encourage you to keep reading.
Keep reading.